That was way more glowing than I was expecting. That was really nice. But yeah, so my name's Julian Habermann. I'm going to be the president of the Honor Council for next year. And so as president, I'd like to say a couple of the visions and goals that I had for the council for the coming year. First of all, I think that something important for the Honor Council is making it less of a punitive institution and something more of a group of representatives for how MBA should be. I think a current problem with the Honor Council is that it punishes students for being bad at cheating rather than encouraging students to being good at being good, honest students. And so I think the best way to move past that is just by creating a type of culture at MBA that encourages students to being more honest, more caring about the way they approach their work and things along that line. I think that one of the better things about MBA is the culture of failure that I think somebody in that video talked about, where students sometimes know that it's just better to take a 0 than to compromise their honor and to put themselves in a bad situation that will affect them later in life. I think that something that MBA could do is just to encourage students, even in the worst situations, that they can just take a moment of failure and use that as something to change themselves and become better students overall later. Second goal that I had for the Honor Council was that it would have a better relationship with the teachers. I feel like right now the Honor Council, it's a little bit in an odd position because, we're just students and we have teachers have to come and listen to our decisions and things like that, which is pretty odd because normally teachers know way more about students. But I think that the Honor Council can have a good role, and the way that's elected by students, it's more personal. Students trust the Honor Council and the way that they tell how they should change their future course of action and things like that. So I think that it would be best if the Honor Council worked more closely with teachers. That was less of a shadowy cabal, and it was more cooperative. If anybody has questions about Honor Council, just ask me or Mr. Sawyer, all the other Honor Council representatives. And just that it's more cooperative in the long term, because that's the best thing about the Honor Council is that it's based on the teachers, and the teachers are the ones that shape the students more than anything else. The third goal that I had was just to make the Honor Council more efficient, so it's seen less as a waste of time, to have more of a precedent set so that cases are clear and less ambiguous, that it's not biased with certain students or anything along that line, so that it can be more trustworthy and just a better institution overall. Finally, I'd just like to say thanks to all the teachers in here. It's pretty intimidating giving speech to so many people who shaped me so much, but I can't be more appreciative. Thanks.
First, I'd like to thank whoever's idea it was to make us follow Mr. Johnson. I'm walking over here and I hear everyone bursting with laughter, and I was like, oh, I know what it is. So thank you for that. Good morning. I'm Sam Dugan, treasurer of the 2019 class. And on behalf of the 2019 class officers, I'd like to welcome you all back to MBA for this upcoming year. As a class, we've had 5 outstanding years thus far, and I can't wait to see what this year holds for us. I have many goals to work off our triumphs from junior year. With the help of Dr. Kent and Dr. Rader, we planned and executed a very successful prom this past year at a very reasonable budget. Now going into senior year, our goal is to leave the school with a class gift that will forever cement our class into MBA's 152-year history. With the help of my class sponsors, Coach Goleiner, Dr. Kinch, and Dr. Rader, I've been able to lead 2 fundraising events, the 310 and the 408, over the past 2 years. These have been 2 dances, or I'm not supposed to call them, but raves, which have produced thousands in revenue for the class. This year, I hope to host an event that is even better in order to increase our class budget and have the opportunity to achieve our goal. Montgomery Bell Academy has many amazing things to offer to its students. From its impressive facilities to its outstanding reputation throughout the nation, I've found that MBA's most invaluable feature is its dedicated faculty. I'm confident that my teachers and coaches over the last 5 years at MBA are what have made me into the person I am today, and I cannot be more grateful. I'm just going off script here for a second. This, everyone knows that MBA is very, teaches you about discipline, and, it's a very tough academic school. But this past year, it was last spring, and I was struggling with some things, and, I hadn't really experienced MBA teachers as much, come reach out to me, talk to me, and I can just name a few. Mr. Kelly, Coach Pippin, Coach McMahon, they all reached out to me and talked to me and, helped me through, some times. Mr. Norton as well. So I just want to thank them for that specifically. And then that really taught me, how special this place is to have people that really care about you personally, and let, someone's personal well-being come before, academics or athletics. So thank you for that. And just thank you for everything you've done for me and our entire class over the last 5 years. And let's make this the best year yet. Thank you.
I'm gonna be honest, guys. I think the dance went pretty well because afterwards she gave me this wristband. So I don't know, but I think my dance moves impressed her. But it's great to see your smiling faces back here at MBA. Can I say I missed all of y'all? I know y'all missed us, and I know you couldn't have hoped the school year to come faster. But this year I'll be the president of the service club, and I just want to share with y'all how I got introduced to service, and the goals and visions for the service club this year, and also the potential impactfulness that you all have on the students here at MBA. So I got involved with service in 9th grade. I actually had to attend a service event because I got 5 demerits from, I actually don't even know why, but because of it, I had to go to a Best Buddies event, and I will say without a doubt that this event changed my life. I don't think I've ever had more fun at an NBA event ever. I met a guy named Zach, and it was an art event, as I remember, and we painted this awesome picture. And I gotta say, it changed my life. It taught me the meaning of caring and compassion, and I can honestly say I wouldn't be the same man I am here today without Best Buddies and the Service Club. So, as many of you know, the theme for this year is innovation. And so, as a Service Club, we have tried to incorporate innovation into our vision for this 2018-2019 year. So one way we thought about doing this is to start commingling different groups around campus into our service projects, i.e. have kids from the photography club come and take pictures of MBA students at service events and then post them on social media platforms. I believe that this will introduce students that normally wouldn't get involved with MBA or wouldn't get involved with service events to service, and also create a togetherness and a tighter-knit community of kids working together and using their strengths to benefit each other. Another implementation that we've already actually had is started is the MBA Service Grant, which is a grant that gives a student or students a set amount of cash to start a business venture for a service organization of their choosing that creates a sustainable source of income for that organization. Now, a set group of students has already received a portion of the grant, and with their money, they purchased a pressure washer. And throughout the summer, they have been pressure washing homes and businesses across Nashville. And I can say, in the past 2 months, they've already raised $1,600 for Preston Taylor. And I believe this is very impressive. And it shows the initiative that MBA students have and what we can do for the community. I think this grant can push students both in business and in service and give them helpful experience for the years to come. Now, I'd like to end with talking to you all about the potential that you have to influence students' lives here at MBA with a personal example. So as many of you know, our Best Buddies Promoter Chapter here at MBA just won International Promoter Chapter of the Year. This is the highest award that our chapter could have won, and I'm extremely honored to have received this award at Indiana University. I can say without a doubt that we could not have won this award without Ms. Hollyfield. Her dedication and passion for Best Buddies is unparalleled, and her love is contagious. She has taught us to push for greatness and to love something continually and wholeheartedly with no regrets. She's taught me so many lessons throughout my career at MBA. I know she's taught so many other guys that have gone through Best Buddies. I believe if we all work together with her passion and her love for something, that we can create an amazing community today. And I ask that you take a moment and think to yourself how you, as faculty and staff, can use your influence to create a meaningful impact on the students you work with every day and create a community of service at MBA that goes beyond anything that's come before. As Service Club President, I would like to thank you for all that you do for us and all the support you give for our many endeavors. Without your help, I don't believe MBA would be the school it is today. Thank you very much.
First, I'd like to say that my mom always says that I have the prettier dance dates, so. But my name is Ian Hall, and I am the Vice President for the student body. And on behalf of the Student Council, I'd like to welcome you guys to the 2018-2019 school year. The Student Council has come up with a great vision for this year, and we are excited about several adjustments to this year. One adjustment is that we'd like to work more tightly with Harpeth Hall to form a tighter knit community between the schools. Also, we have decided to make several big adjustments to field day. We made captains so that there's a direct line with the staff and the students for communication and organization. And we've also changed the academic portion of field day. We decided not to do the events on the actual day, but rather have competitions that are held during assemblies throughout the year. The Student Council would like to ask the faculty to encourage their students to sign up for events such as the Carnival and Hidata, because without volunteers, these events would not be as successful as they are. The Student Council would like to thank all the faculty that volunteer their extra time on events such as the Carnival, Homecoming, and Field Day, and we appreciate all the support that the faculty gives us to execute these events. Now, this is kind of off script, but I really just like to thank all the faculty for the support that they've given me here, and I know I would not be anywhere near the person I am today. One example is Mr. Kelly. In sophomore year, I was just up during lunch, and I was just like playing on the computer, and Mr. Kelly walked by, and he'd never been my teacher, and I've only seen him in the hallway a couple times, and he told me, "Ian, all your teachers have told me like how much potential you have. Why are you wasting it like playing a computer game? Go read a book, go read a newspaper." And I just specifically remember that moment because it just like inspired me like that I could live up to my actual potential. So I'd just like to thank all that you've done. And so thank you for your time, and I hope that this could be a great year.